Today we are going to talk about biotechnology principles and processes from class 12th. Under this heading, we will talk about the principles of biotechnology, the tools for recombinant DNA technology, and the processes of recombinant DNA technology. So first we start with the definition of biotechnology. What is biotechnology? So it forms by the two words bio and technology. Means this is a technique in which the living organisms are used. So in biotechnology, the living organism or its enzymes are used to produce the products and processes for the benefit of the mankind. So this process is very useful for the mankind, and in this biotechnology there are two core techniques which are used. So these are the techniques which are used in biotechnology. The first technique is genetic engineering and the second is the biomass engineering. What is genetic engineering? In this genetic engineering, the genetic materials, that is DNA and RNA, are altered. There is a manipulation in genetic material and that is introduced into the host to change the phenotype of the host. So this is the genetic engineering, and for this we have to maintain the sterile environment, and that is the biomass engineering. Why we have to maintain the sterile environment? So that no undesirable genes are transferred. So there are two core techniques in modern biotechnology, the genetic engineering and biomass. So first we talk about the genetic engineering. Genetic engineering is achieved by three techniques. By the help of these three techniques, the recombinant DNA, gene cloning and gene transfer. These techniques allow us to isolate and introduce only one or a set of desirable genes. What is recombinant DNA and how it takes place? We will see it. To form recombinant DNA, we have to combine the DNA of two different organisms to generate this recombinant DNA. So what we are doing, that this is the foreign DNA. That DNA we have to insert, or this is the desirable piece of DNA. So, and this is the vector DNA. So by the use of restriction endonuclease enzyme, same type of restriction endonuclease enzyme is used to cut this foreign DNA and this vector DNA. It is used, the plasmids are used as a vector DNA, that we will discuss later on. So this restriction endonuclease cut this foreign DNA into pieces, and it also cut the plasmid DNA. With the help of DNA ligase, these two fragments are joined together, and this plasmid is a recombinant DNA that will be introduced into the bacterial cell. This is bacterial chromosome and this is the plasmid with cloned DNA. And this plasmid has the capacity of self-replicating. So it replicates with the help of enzyme DNA polymerase. So in this way we can be able to get the recombinant DNA. The cutting of DNA and the joining of DNA is the basis of biotechnology. First recombinant DNA was constructed by two scientists, Stanley and Cohen, in 1972. They extracted the antibiotic resistant gene from Salmonella typhi and inserted it into the vector plasmid, and this vector was transferred to E. coli bacteria for replication, and this replication, this is called as cloning of this desired DNA piece. Now tools of DNA technology. The first tool is enzyme. So in enzyme category there are different type of enzymes. First we are talking about the lysis enzyme. Means DNA is present inside the nucleus. So we have to break the cell membrane, cell wall, cell membrane, then nuclear membrane, and then extracting the DNA. So for breaking, if we are using plant cell, so plant cell has cell wall that is made up of cellulose and pectin. So we use the cellulase enzyme and pectinase enzyme to break the cell wall, and then the cell membrane is broken by the lipase and protease because it is made up of lipid and protein. And if we are using fungal cell in recombinant DNA technology, we use the enzyme chitinase to dissolve the chitin. If it is a bacterial cell, we use lysozyme because cell wall is made up of peptidoglycol in bacteria. So these are the lysis enzyme. Now the endonuclease. Endonuclease, it belongs to nuclease family, and this nuclease is of two types, exonuclease and endonuclease. Exo, this enzyme removes the nucleotide from the end part of the DNA. It removes the DNA from here. And endonuclease, it can cut the DNA at a specific point within the DNA. By seeing the sequence, that sequence is palindromic sequence. For example, this is the double-stranded DNA. This is 5 prime and 3 prime, this is 3 prime and 5 prime, and the nucleotides are here G, A, T, T, C. Here G, A, T, T, C. These are the complementary to each other. And the restriction endonuclease cut the DNA between the same base pairs of the opposite strands. It cut the DNA from here and then it cut it here. So this restriction endonuclease is very specific. It cut the DNA within the DNA segments. In this type of cut, the one longer arm is formed and one shorter arm is formed, and these ends are known as sticky ends. And if we use the same restriction enzyme to cut two DNA segments, we get the similar type of sticky ends that make easy to join them with the help of DNA ligase. Some more information about restriction endonuclease. In 1963, there are two enzymes were isolated from E. coli that are responsible for the restrict the growth of bacteriophage in E. coli. So what bacteriophage are the virus that infect bacteria. When bacteriophage infect bacteria, this is the E. coli bacteria and this is the bacterial chromosome, and this bacteriophage has linear genome. So it injects its genome into the bacteria. The bacteria, E. coli bacteria, has the two enzymes. One is methyl group of DNA and the second is the restriction endonuclease. As we all know about restriction endonuclease, it can cut the DNA by identifying the specific sequence. So when this bacteriophage infect bacteria, the endonuclease, it can cut this viral genome by identifying the specific sequence. But the point is, the specific sequence that is present in viral genome may be the same sequence present in this bacterial chromosome. So this endonuclease, it can damage or destroy its own chromosome. So what they do, this methyl group, it attached to this bacterial chromosome, basically it modify the chromosome, modify the bacterial chromosome, so that this endonuclease can identify its own chromosome and it only damage or destroy this linear genome that is coming from bacteriophage. This dot Suppose these dots are the methyl groups. So it attached to this chromosome so that this endonuclease can recognize its own chromosome, and in this way this chromosome is protected. So this is the defense system. Bacteria has two defense systems, and the endonuclease enzyme is known as the restriction enzyme because it restricts the growth of this bacteriophage. Thanks for watching this video. In next video we will talk about the separation and isolation of DNA fragments.